Okay, and we are back. I think this is where... Yeah, I think this is where we left off last time. Whoops! Alright, didn't want to press that button. Oh, she had a nightmare about her maids talking behind her back? I think that's where we left off. Okay. Princess? I turn and see Fritz standing in the doorway, his eyes filled with concern. I didn't mean to. I heard you and I... Are you okay? Fritz? Maybe it is the stress of what happened with Varg. Maybe it is the nightmare I just woke up from. Or maybe it's the relief of seeing a familiar face. But suddenly there are tears in my eyes. Princess? Fritz? Then suddenly Fritz's arms are around me and I am pressed close to his warm chest. I can hear his heartbeat. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah. I can't remember it clearly, but I believe it was a nightmare. I can remember Mother's voice, the cruel, wicked contempt in her voice. It was terrible. A sudden coldness slides over my body, making me shiver despite Fritz's best efforts. Still, he does not slip away, and his closeness once again comforts me after some time. Damn, welcome to the stream. You know, Princess, I'm glad I can comfort you this time, even if I was never able to do before. How did you know I had nightmares? It was on my night patrols. Sometimes I would pass by your door and I hear you. You never said anything. Fritz runs his hair through my hair. Fritz runs his hand through my hair, his touch gentle and comforting. It was never my business, personal night or not. I never figured if you needed to tell anyone, I'd be there for you. I only know time is passing because of the shifting shadows of my room. That was quick. And too soon, the room brightens with the dawn of a new day. I feel safe. I'd forgotten Delora was with me, but now she squirms subtly in my grasp, a small flutter of motion that does not catch Fritz's eye. Huh? When Fritz moves away, I quickly hide Delora behind me. Why are you smiling like that? It's just nice to know that some things don't change. What? Oh, Princess, you didn't have any of the tea I served yesterday, did you? The tea that we slipped the potion into. Now that he brought it up, I have no idea what to say. I manage a weak shrug of my shoulders and shake my head, telling him that I did not. You should really try it sometime. I haven't slept so well in a long time. I feel remarkably refreshed. I feel Delora shaking behind me, and I can tell she is trying not to laugh. I pinch her arm. Sure. He lets go of me and stands up. Speaking of tea, it's actually time for breakfast. But we'll pass on the tea today. Oh, tea sounds really nice right now. I should probably cook up the kettle. Did I ever tell you about the best bakery in the NGL? No, I think you told me about the best... baker? Oh, but Princess, they're two different things. There are all kinds of shops in the town plaza. Two different things. The baker makes the best croissants, but the bakery, well... I'll show you. But first, I'll let you get changed. Hey, Princess. Fritz might be fine, but his father is clearly not. Be careful today. Are you coming with us? Are you not coming with us? I'm gonna stay here and see what I can dig up when no one else is looking. Lucette. I've never heard her say my name so seriously before. I mean it. Be careful and stay safe. If Fart shows up when we're not there. You too, Ballora. Be careful. Much to my surprise, she sinks into a polite curtsy. As the princess commands. Revelations. A week has passed, and my day have been uneventful. I spend most of my time with Fritz, who shows me around Angel every day that he is able. Most of the time I actively try to keep him out of the Leverton home, so that Delora can continue her investigation. Apparently, this was the only way she will let me help. So I had to write something down. Alright. Apparently, she will let me help. At least she promised she'd tell me everything tonight. Well... This is a little hard to explain, but... Alcaster is hiding something. Delora, I already know that. You didn't let me finish. When I say something, I mean everything. There are no clues here. Wait. Before you throw that pillow at me, I really do have to tell you something. I know how Varg knew we'd left to go back to the Martian. Somebody put wards on this house. That somebody is alerted whenever it crosses the threshold in and out of this place. Is that person a witch? Could be a fairy, but considering the circumstances, I'll put my money on a witch. Do you think Varg put up these wards? He's working for the witches, but I don't think he has the ability to put up these wards. The wards are nothing like I've ever seen. They're like fine silk strands all around this house. Like a cobweb. Right. But you know what else I found? The web's not as strong around to the back door, the door Varg took us through. That means we have a way out. A way out that will allow us to leave without Varg being notified. I don't think he'll be able to appear unless the witch who put up the webs around the house finds out I'm gone. How do I know the witch won't be alerted if we use that door? Only one way to find out. I was about to say that, without her voice. I lean against the door in the alleyway where I agreed to meet with Delora and catch my breath. I can't believe that worked. She had sent me out first, promising she would catch up with me once she made sure that the witch wasn't going to come to the Leverton household when I left. Fritz said that she was too tired from all the training he had done earlier in the day and retired to bed early. That worked in our favor and made it easier for us to leave the home. She's taking a lot longer than she should. Has she found out yet? Has she been found out? I step away from the wall when I hear footsteps. Delora! What have he told you about wandering off? Suddenly Varg is standing before me with a snide smile on his face. How did he know? Delora said he wouldn't be the witch that put up the wards. Oh man, well I can't escape from him. So I'm gonna stand my ground. He works for Sir Alcaster, so he won't hurt me. I don't know how the witch plays into all of this and what its relationship is with them, but I have faith. Sir Alcaster does not want me harmed. Oh, this is a surprise. Who knew a sheltered little princess would have a backbone? But in this case, your bravado is stupidity. Varg takes another step forward, though we're not touching. I can feel the suffocation of his presence. I attempt to take a step back and realize that my back is already against the wall. There's nothing more I can do. You should be afraid of me. Poor little ignorant princess. If only you knew what was in store for you. Now is no time to be a coward. Why don't you tell me then? Varg throws his head back and laughs. You were always a surprise, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you if you ask. Very nicely. How dare he? I like that defiant look on your face, princess. Varg moves forward so close I can feel his warmth. What is he doing? He's way too close! But I think I like the look of fear even more. Come on, I'm waiting, princess. Or do I overwhelm you? You have no right to tell me what to do. Varg slams his hand against the wall, effectively caging me in. Whoa, alright. He leans down toward me, his smile predatory, but I do not flinch away. Still so brave. I'll admit, I'm impressed. You're interesting, princess. A lot more fun than I thought you'd be. As thanks for the entertainment, I will share a little something with you. Alcaster doesn't want you safe because he's a good man. The type of man he is doesn't have a heart. That man won't do anything that won't benefit him in the future. What do you mean? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Who? Wait. Is that someone, Sir Mithros? Varg's eerie smile stretches further across his face. Oh, so you can think for yourself. What does Sir Mithros want? A lot of things. Ask me again when you can be more specific. Now, why don't you enlighten me? What's a good girl like you doing out at this time of night? I needed some air. Is that so? Oh. Well, I'm sure if you've had quite enough, so... Varg pulls back from me the moment the footsteps sound. He swivels on the spot, his body tense. I feel a hand on my shoulder and realize belatedly that it is not Varg's. I am pulled away from his grasp. Waltz? Quickly. What? Varg is cut off as he defends himself with when the sword suddenly strikes at his direction. I would keep your eyes on me, scoundrel, unless you do not fear being skewered. That man! He was the one who was with Waltz when I was chased down the streets. His features are similar. Is that... Karma? Come on, Lucia. But... we need you to go back to the Martian. You are not going anywhere, princess. Try as you might, you're not getting through me. I have to fight you clowns? Don't make me laugh. I see Varg lift his cane, but Waltz pulls me around the corner before I can see what happens next. What just happened? Did Varg? I turn it around to check, but Waltz keeps pulling me forward. I have barely even stepped into the Martian before Delora pulls me into a hug. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. Delora, Karma still... Waltz pauses in surprise as an intense light erupts in the middle of the Martian. For a few moments, I'm struck blind. Oh, hey there. As the light begins to fade away, I see Parfait. Her expression is grim as she holds onto the man who has helped us earlier. Waltz, please get Rappel right away. Right away, Lady Parfait. Together, we carefully set him down on the sofa. Now I can see the injured man more closely. I come to the conclusion that I was right earlier. Karma? Yes, he is badly injured. Parfait, what are you doing using this teleportation spell? You know what it does to your body. It was his cane. It was enchanted and I didn't think. Parfait shifts on her feet before losing her balance and stumbling backwards. Delora catches her before she can fall. I didn't have a choice. He would have killed him otherwise. I was right then. I should have gone. What's all this noise? The instant Rumpel sees Karma, his puzzled expression sharpens into something more serious. Rumpel strides forward with confidence I did not expect. I need hot water and a bag and niece keeps in the kitchen. I'll get it for you. Who is this man and what has he done with Rumpel? Rumpel recovered one of his journal entries the other day. He's remembered that he's a doctor. That doesn't really explain why his entire demeanor has changed, but I suppose that's not important right now. I'm so glad you're safe, princess. Never seen Parfait look this tired. Parfait, are you okay? Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Like any of us are gonna believe that. I have so many questions for the two of them, and I have no idea where to start. My brain feels like a scrambled board full of puzzle pieces that won't fit together. Oh, don't fuss. I'm really fine. What is going on? Delora, why don't you get the princess something to drink? I'll come and join you shortly. Dolores sets a mug down in front of me before taking a seat beside me. Chocolate, hot and sweet. I raided the pantry for you. It smells exactly like something I'd have at the palace. I didn't know there were chocolate here. Anise thinks she can hide it from us, but she can't. Will Karma be alright? Rampell is apparently a renowned doctor. Karma will be fine. I don't know how this happened. Huh? It was just meant to be a simple test, but now Karma and Parfait are hurt because of Varg. They shouldn't have come. They didn't have to come for me. But they came because they were worried about you. Why do these people care about me so much? What do they really want? They would not have been hurt if they did not come. I went to meet you, but then I got to the palace plaza and you were gone. I thought there might be some magic barring me from seeing you, so I ran to the Martian and asked for everyone's help. I messed up. They were hurt because I failed. The only one to blame is Varg. Are you alright? You're limping. I'll be fine, just tired. Parfait takes a seat on the opposite side of the table from Dolores and me. Have you told her? No, not yet. Told me what? Is this about Alcaster? No, it's about Varg. I waited a good half hour or so at the house after you left Lucette. No one came, so I just walked out, but Fritz wasn't there. He wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house. What? Well, where would he have gone? Princess. Fritz is cursed. You know this, yes? Of course. He remembered me. But what does his being cursed have to do with anything? Whenever you're with Fritz, Varg never stops by the house. In fact, I've never seen Varg in broad daylight, and I've definitely never seen Fritz and Varg together in the same place at once. I've been wondering why Varg is working for Alcaster. Then there's the fact that he wears a mask and conceals his identity. He also has the same hair color and eye color as Fritz. Oh, suspicious. They're linking Varg and Fritz together. That's not possible. Whatever you're thinking, it's ridiculous. Why? Out of... How's... That's not ridiculous. Though, so is an entire kingdom forgetting they have a crown princess. Magic works in strange and mysterious ways. But Fritz would never... It's only a theory, but it's more than possible that Fritz and Varg are the same person. Two personalities sharing one body. No way. I stand and ball my hands into tight fists. You're wrong. I turn to walk away. Where are you going? Princess, we're not done talking to you. Dolores, just give her time. I don't go too far. I just want to give myself enough space to think. Fritz and Varg are the same? It's not possible. Why would Dolores say that? Oh, I don't know, because it's possible? Princess. What? Sorry. That's the last person I expected here. Sir Mithras? Where the hell did he come from? And how did he know who I am? Did Alcaster tell him? And Sir Mithras believed him? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Could it be that Sir Mithras is a someone Varg was referring to? Thank goodness you're alright. How did he know where I was? I am so sorry for my lack of foresight, Princess. None of this should have happened. I will serve you properly from now on with complete honesty, unlike those within the Martian. You shouldn't have left the Leverton home. It is too dangerous for you. Sir Mithras has not seen me since I have been cursed. So why is he talking to me as if he knows who I am? Not only that, but he knows I left the Leverton home. So you remember that I am the crown princess, Sir Mithras? I cannot lie to you, Princess. Yes, I do remember. How is that possible? I am a witch. A witch? Father would never let a witch work at the palace. I feel the cogs in my mind slowly whirling, piecing together a puzzle I cannot see in full. The witch who set the alarm in Leverton home, the person Sir Alcaster wants a favor from, and the person he and Varg are working for. It's him. Question mark. But you must believe me when I say I mean you no harm. I only want to protect you from the people in the Martian. Protect me? Those in the Martian have cursed you. It is unforgivable. When I heard what they did to Varg in order to abduct you. Abduct me from Varg? Who is Varg? You would not believe me if I told you the truth. I believed you when you said you were a witch. True. Forgive my assuming, princess. I take a deep breath and look him in the eyes. Are Varg and Fritz the same person? Yes. In that, they inhabit the same body. So Delara was telling the truth. Yes, she was. But it was necessary. Fritz was not willing to follow some of my orders that ensured your safety. Varg, however, is obedient and a more capable bodyguard. Nothing can be allowed to stand in your way of your safety, least of all the knight who is meant to protect you. Are you the one who cursed him? Yes. You said that without even batting an eye. My princess, you must believe me. Those in the Martian are only lying to you, trying to keep you away from your destiny. They are your enemies. How can you know that? I do not wish to bring up uncomfortable subjects, but you must be aware of the public's opinion of you. Yes, they hate me for some reason, and they want Emmeline to be crowned princess in my place. Sir Mithros nods, his expression solemn but flickering with sympathy. And the Martian people have cursed you, haven't they? Such a curse keeps you from your rightful place. He's right. What? I believe you have been cursed because they see you as a threat to their true goal. Their true goal? Perhaps they meant to teach you a lesson, so to speak, because they irrationally despise you. Such people cannot be trusted. They only seek to use you and hurt you for their own pleasure. They will probably do anything in their power to keep you from breaking your curse. I will not let that happen. I failed my queen in this once. I shall not fail you. Could that be true? The lore and Parfait are trying to balance the light and darkness in the kingdom, and the curse is meant to, quote, teach me. Oh my god, this sentence sucks. So could what Sir Mithros is saying really be true? Would it make sense? What he says makes sense. He's also being hypocritical because he also wants the same. Nope. But it can't be true, right? I don't believe you. The people at the Martian are not. Would good people curse you, even knowing how much you would suffer as a consequence? If they truly cared about you, would they curse you? The Lord might be the one who cursed me, but everyone else in the Martian doesn't seem to think anything of it. I do not know what to think. I know this is difficult to believe coming from me, so now why not ask them, princess? Ask the Martian traders if they consider you a threat. Ask if they do not intend for you to suffer beneath the weight of your curse. You will learn that I have not lied. He just up and leaves? I go back to the Martian with dark thoughts swirling in my head. There you are, we were worried about you. All I've been doing is trying to get answers from Delora. Why is it more difficult this time? Lucette, are you okay? Where's Parfait? Rappel and Walt are seeing to her. The others are all in bed. Is something wrong? What do I say? What can I possibly ask them? My throat is closing up. Did you know what would happen after you cursed me? Did you intend for me to suffer? Who said that's... Did she? Could Sir Mithros have been right? Anger rises up within me. Do you know how it felt to sleep out in the cold without shoes, without food, not knowing if I would ever have a roof over my head again? Did you know what it was like for my father to look at me and not see me as his daughter? I advance on Delora and she shrinks back, pointedly looking away from me. You knew all of that was going to happen, and yet you still cursed me. And you call yourself good. Princess? How could you? Lucette, I have my reasons. Very important reasons. Is it because I'm a threat to you somehow? Delora's expression shows me that she is hiding something. She has been hiding something since the very beginning. I wouldn't put it that way. Did you curse me to teach me some sort of twisted lesson? I told you before, Princess, that the wicked were taught to be good through curses. Everything I've done is to help you. Delora's face is pale. I can see the anxiety in her eyes as well as the guilt. She does not need to say anything else. Delora cursed me to hurt me. If she had wanted to break it, she would have helped me, rather than just criticize my every move. All that she has succeeded in is keeping me from my birthright, and those at the Martian all agree with that sentiment. Listen, I'm serious. I really just want to help you. Serious? When she has done nothing to help me? The answer is obvious. Delora does not want me to succeed. They are not different. They are the same. They are the same as everyone else. Sir Mithros is right. I cannot believe I trusted you. I thought everyone here was different. I thought you were different. But I was wrong. I turned to leave. Lucette, wait! I make my way back to where I was earlier, making sure no one has followed me. I see that Sir Mithros stands firmly in the same place. As I draw nearer, I notice that his expression is concerned, his eyes gentle. Are you alright? I take a moment to assess my feelings. There's anger, but also resignation. Was I expecting him to be right all along? Rough night, huh? Where did Varg come from? I'm afraid our princess has learned the true nature of her Martian friends. I do not have to speak with everyone to know. No one in that place has any right to help me. It's naive to think that their kindness does not come out with a price. Come, let us leave this place at once. Sir Mithros holds out his hand for me, but I do not take it. I instinctively take a step back. Is something wrong? Where do you intend to take me? To your rightful place. I will take you back to the palace. How? No one there will believe you. And you knew who I was right from the beginning. Why did you not take me back to the palace earlier? I apologize for the delay. I was making preparations for your return. Preparations? You'll find out soon enough. Can I really trust Sir Mithros? At this point, I'm not sure who I'm supposed to trust anymore. I would rather stay with Fritz. My eyes fly to Varg, but I do not sense any of Fritz's warmth on his face. His lips slowly curl into a smile when he meets my gaze. So the princess knows, huh? Where is Fritz? Sleeping. Should I wake him up for you? I'm not in the mood for jokes, Varg. I want Fritz back. You wound me, princess. You'd choose him over me? I can protect you better than he can. His smile becomes more malicious when he sees the irritation on my face. I will be safer under Fritz's care. Oh, will you now? Because I'm confident you'll be safer under mine. Varg, do not be disrespectful to the princess. Varg scoffs but says nothing more when Sir Mithros turns to me. Princess, it is of the utmost importance that you are kept safely away from the Martian, and the palace is the safest place I can think of. And also, your mother requires something of you. What is he talking about? Mother is dead. Tell me what it is. I cannot talk about this here. Once you return to the palace, I will tell you all that you need to know. Right now, I must return to the palace to make the final arrangements. Varg will escort you to the Levertons so that you may gather your things. At dawn, come to the palace gates. I will ensure your entrance and safety from there. Until tomorrow, Princess. Curtsy. Sir Mithros bows to me but does not even spare Varg a glance as he walks away. I turn to look at Varg. It is still hard to believe that he and Fritz could possibly be the same person. They're not! They just share the same... what's it called? Body. They share the same body, but it's like... it's split personality syndrome. His hair color, posture, and personality are all so different from Fritz's. How could they be the same person? Do I have something on my face? I close the distance between us with a single step. Watch yourself, Princess. I bite. You don't. Excuse you? Varg looks slightly shocked by my straightforwardness, which is surprising in and of itself. There is no reason for me to be afraid of you. If this is Sir Mithros' doing, then he won't let Varg hurt me. Mithros has a terrible habit of running his mouth, doesn't he? I ignore the flare of awareness in the pit of my stomach as I look closely at Varg's face. They have the same height and build, but that is not so strange. I lean in closer, still so that I can look past the shape of his mask. His eyes are the same. They are Fritz's eyes. I can no longer deny everything Sir Mithros and Laura have told me. The man standing before me is both Fritz and a stranger, one of the people I thought I knew best but now know nothing about. You are Fritz's curse. I have not heard of a fairy tale that involves two people sharing one body. Yeah? You really should brush up on your fairy tales. Varg's voice is suddenly lower, a slow growl in his voice. I feel a shiver run down my spine. I try to run away, only to have my attempt thwarted by Varg, who stops me by reaching out to grab my arm. You can't hurt me even if you wanted to. Fritz would never... Huh? But I'm not Fritz. Your sad little puppy knight might worship the ground you walk on. He might sit and beg for even a little scrap of your attention. But guess what? I'm not your dog. He abruptly releases me and turns swiftly on his heels before walking away, footsteps smooth. For a moment I stand there shocked. How could he insult Fritz in such a manner if they are the same person? How could a curse change Fritz into someone like Varg? Hell no! Fritz is not a dog! Really now? How much do you know about your precious knight? I try to say something but nothing comes out. It's true that I don't know much about him at all. You know nothing about him, so stop pretending that you do. Varg continues to walk forward ever so slowly, but I remain rooted in place. Eventually he whirls around and looks at me. Any day now, Princess. I study his expression and body language. While his glaring might have made me nervous earlier, it does not faze me now. All this time, I've been uneasy about you, even though it is your mission to keep me safe. But if that's the case, why do you seek to frighten and overpower me at every turn? I raise my eyebrow at him, then take a confident step forward. This time, it is Varg that shirks away from me. Does having to answer to Sir Mithros and Sir Alcaster chafe at you, Varg? If it does, perhaps you are more similar to Fritz than you think. Varg's hands clench over his cane as he glowers at me. You always talk about that idiot. Do you know how sick I am of hearing about him? You want to know the truth, Lucette? You're wondering how two personalities can share the same body. Well, sure, magic was the catalyst, but the other part of the magic, well, that was all Fritz. What? You think Fritz is some great honorable knight? Well, if that was true, his intentions would need to be good to the core. But then you know what? I wouldn't exist. What is he suggesting? Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, princess. There was already something dark and twisted in the soul. The curse just brought it to life, and now here I am. No, you're wrong. Fritz, twisted and dark? I don't believe it. Oh my god. Was Fritz abused by his dad? Oh, and like Varg was like his defense mechanism? Because that's usually how split personalities work, is to like is to protect one part of your psyche. I think I know Fritz a lot better than you do, Lucette. Don't think I act this way of my free will, at least not completely. I have these compulsions. The spark in Varg's eyes is dangerous. His eyes suddenly seem out of focus as he stares at me, his gaze glassy. His expression suddenly twists, becoming something dark and anguished. He doubles over to the ground with a pained gasp. You're meant to be asleep. Whom is he talking to? I watch in horror as Varg's body is eclipsed by a slow-moving shadow. The darkness envelops his body, and all I can do is stare in shock as his figure fades into a black silhouette. Before I can decide whether to go to his side or not, the shadows tumble like a fallen cloak. I immediately recognize the man standing before me. Fritz! Princess? What are we doing here? You don't remember. Fritz places a hand on his head and cringes. I see him stumble slightly as he slowly rises. I'm not sure. I remember falling asleep. Then there was this distant pain that woke me up. And now I'm suddenly here? With you. Did Varg's emotions somehow trigger Fritz into waking? Sorry, Princess. My mind's a little foggy. I don't understand what's going on right now. Fritz shakes his head before turning to look at me with a tired, faint smile. Perhaps I'll feel a little better once I get some sleep. You're right. Let's go back. I feel the tenseness come back into my body as I remember all of the things that had transpired at the Martian. The building is dim at night and looks more like a place of shadows than anything else. I clench my hands into fists and try not to shake. They intended to hurt me. They want me to suffer. My heart hardens into something cold and sharp as ice. Their kindness was a lie. Mother taught me people were like this. I should have listened to her. I finally turn away from the Martian with conviction. I am not meant to stay here. I must go back to where I belong. Lucette, are you okay? Why wouldn't I be? Your personal maid left last night? Yes. Is it true that you caught her trying to steal one of your dolls? Why would I lie about that? I'm sorry. Why? Because she betrayed your trust. Impossible. I did not trust her in the first place. But wasn't she with you for years? Yes. And you're not at all saddened by her change of heart? She saw the opening to take something from me and took it. I'm not surprised nor sad. It was to be expected. All people use others to take things that they want.